Okay, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, so we'll start with the revision. Before that, have you completed that assignment? Is it ready with you? Not the fair one, the rough work in group and out group. Yes. Okay, can you send me the pictures of that by today evening? Okay. After checking, I'll tell you to write it in the fair. Okay. All right. So did you learn the two theories? Triarchic and pass model. Okay. We'll start discussing the questions. If you don't know any question and answer, please note it down somewhere. Keep a book or sheets of paper for that, for each subject when you revise. Okay. So before the exam, you can go through them. Neha, we'll start with you.
The ability to adapt, to shape and select environment to accomplish one's goal and those of one's society and culture. The given statement was viewed by A. Howard Gardner, B. Yotsky, C. Salovey and Mayer, D. Robert Sternberg.
Okay. Can you repeat that sentence slowly?
The ability to adapt, to shape and select environment to accomplish one's goal and those of one's society and culture.
Answer.
Robert Sternberg.
Correct? Yes, Robert Sternberg. And what was the theory?
Triarchic theory.
Triarchic theory. Okay, we'll do one thing. When you discuss the questions, if you can note it there after discussing the session by evening, send those questions to our group. Okay, so others can also refer them. All right. Yes. Second question, Meghna.
Using past experiences creatively to solve novel problems is called in which intelligence? Option A, componential intelligence. Option B, contextual intelligence. Option C, experiential intelligence. Option D, none of this.
Answer. Do you want her to repeat the question? Yes. Please repeat.
Using past experiences creatively to solve novel problems is in which intelligence?
Experiential or practical intelligence.
Experiential or
Practical intelligence.
is it experiential or practical or experiential or creative?
Experiential or creative.
Experiential or creative. Okay. So there are three types of intelligence in triarchic theory: componential, then experiential, and contextual. What are the other names? In componential, it is analytical. Experiential, it is creative. In contextual, it is practical. Again, this thing, please don't learn by heart. Learn it like this. Components we analyze always, isn't it? Generally, when we do analysis, like if you're analyzing a new student who has come to the class, you analyze the person's behavior, the speaking, the dressing styles, the hairstyles, the makeup, everything, isn't it? So we are analyzing the components. So componential intelligence means it's also called analytical intelligence. Okay. Then experiential, we have different creative experiences. We suppose, again, when we take the example of the abstract painting or modern art, That is a part of creativity, and we have different experiences, isn't it? The way we perceive might be different from what others perceive. So consider it in that way and study experience, creative experiences. Learn it as a pair. Creative experiences. So that is experiences. From past experiences, we can creatively do something. That is experiential intelligence or creative intelligence. That is the second one. Then third one, contextual or practical intelligence. When you see this word itself, you can understand. Context means based on the situation. So it's always practical application, isn't it? Based on situation. In situation one and situation two, we can flexibly adapt to the situation. Then that means we are very good in this practical application of a particular concept or a particular behavior. So in contextual intelligence, the main thing that happens is what are they called? What are those individuals called? Those who are high in practical intelligence or contextual intelligence. Amal, what are they called? People high in this contextual or what do you call practical intelligence? It's a very important point from that section. Because what? Your voice is not clear. Can you repeat?
Extraneous.
No. What are they called? Anybody else?
Street smart or business smart?
Yeah, street smart or business sense. They tend to have high business sense. Okay, these individuals who are high in contextual intelligence or practical intelligence, they are high in or they are known as street smarts or high in business sense. They tend to have a lot of business sense. Please register this now itself. You might not get time to read up this portion again and again because it's a part of the theory that we are learning. Okay, triarchic theory. This is the third type of intelligence, and inside the third type of intelligence, we have a point. Okay, note that it is street smartness, contextual. Contextual means context means the situation in which the person is, isn't it? Isn't it? Like when we know the theory, it's okay. We can easily write in the exam. But when we behave in certain way according to different situations, then that means we have that intelligence. We have flexibility to behave in different situations in different ways. That is contextual intelligence. Okay. Right now, when you face a crisis, you can easily change your behavior and you can easily adapt to that. That means you can practically apply what you have learned, the techniques of coping mechanisms we learned, isn't it? Then stress reducing techniques we have learned. So when you're able to apply that in real life, it's said that you're high in contextual intelligence or practical intelligence. You can practically apply it, or you can change according to the context, or you can change according to the situation. Understood? Relate that and learn. Don't learn it by heart. So contextual means practical. So learn this as a pair. Components we analyze. We have creative experiences in life. And based on the context, we practically apply certain theories. Connect that and learn. And who proposed this theory, triarchic theory?
Robert Sternberg.
Robert Sternberg. It's given in page number 8. 1985. Robert Sternberg, 1985. After learning the theoretical portion, we'll learn the years also. Okay. Finally, we'll make a list. Okay. Next question. Elvina.
Dash enables a person to process information. Options: attention arousal, B, planning, option C, simultaneous or successive, and option D, none of the above.
Just a minute. Ashish, are you wondering from where we are reading? No. Okay.
No, ma'am.
Your face sounds clueless. Okay. Can you repeat the question, Elvina?
Dash makes or enable a person to process information.
To process information. Okay.
Arousal, attention.
Okay. Again, that's present in page number 9. The second line, isn't it? Arousal and attention enable a person to process information. It is arousal and attention. If we attend and if we are alert only, we can process the information, isn't it? If you are sleeping and I'm teaching and then you cannot process any of that information. Or if you are bored and you're not listening here, you're not attentive, then that means you cannot process the information. When you get the options, especially in psychology, home science, and related life sciences, what you have to do is think from another perspective, like put it into application and do. Don't say inky pinky ponky and then mark the answer, even if you don't know. Okay, if you don't know a question, leave it there. After attending all the questions that you might know, finish it off and then come back to this question. Think about it, apply it in daily life and see. Again, in these options, we can already know if you're not attending and if you're not in an aroused state, you cannot process information, isn't it? So that these are the processes that enables us to process information. Okay. Yes. Next question. Mal. Unmute. Please read the question that you have prepared. Any question, anyone. We cannot hear you. We'll come back to you, Amal. Ashish. Unmute.
Find an example for comprehensive intelligence, experience intelligence, and contextual intelligence from director, actor, scriptwriter, producer, production controller.
What is that? Can you repeat? Even I didn't understand.
Find an example.
Find an example
from comprehensive intelligence.
Oh, find an example for comprehensive intelligence from the following options. Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Is it comprehensive or something else?
Comprehensive.
Comprehensive intelligence, analytical intelligence. Okay, fine. Options are
Director,
director, actor,
producer, scriptwriter, production controller.
4 options.
Find.
Give us any 4 options. You gave us 5, no?
Director, actor, scriptwriter, producer.
Director, actor, scriptwriter, producer. Analytical intelligence. Or it is known as comprehensive intelligence. Find. What is the answer? Even I don't know. It's his question, so we'll ask him. Okay, Ashish. I don't know what he meant, no? He left. Did he go to find the answer? Okay, let it be. When he come back, we'll ask the answer. Okay, Grishma, next question. Revision is getting interesting, isn't it? Otherwise, we'll just discuss the questions from the textbook itself. Okay, Grishma.
Give an example of a psychological test in which simultaneous processing is required.
In which simultaneous processing is required. Yes. Again, I told you don't miss this portion. Which was that portion? Anyone?
Small.
Hmm? Did you hear the question? Can you repeat the question, Grishma?
Give an example for a psychological test in which simultaneous processing is required.
Psychological test in which simultaneous processing is required.
Raven's progressive matrices test.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes, Raven's progressive matrices test. You didn't need the option also. Okay, fine. Aishwarya, next question.
Intellect,
Just a minute, Aishwarya. Ashish, we are waiting for the answer to the previous question, okay? If you don't have the
Yes, ma'am.
connectivity issue, yeah, please tell us what was the answer. Yes?
Director. Because
Director. Why?
because for a good story, he need to be study a lot about and so on.
Yes, he needs to research a lot about the topic. He needs to, know how to apply this everything. So not only involves analytical intelligence, but also the other intelligences are also involved. Okay, and again, when we consider the 4 examples, even each individual has to have these intelligences, the mix of all these 3, isn't it? The question is really good, but again, I think options are a bit twisted up. Okay, yes. It's good that you think in that way because we can practically apply it, no? Fine. Aishwarya, next one.
intellectual activity involves the interdependent functioning of how many neurological systems in the past model?
Tricky question. Is it options?
2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. How many neurological systems are there? And which model is it? Intelligence?
Past model.
Past model. Yes.
Ma'am, 3.
Don't tell me. I'm not the quiz master here.
Yes, it is.
It is 3. 3 neurological systems. Okay. And how many processes did we learn?
4.
4 processes. That is the PASS model. PASS. Planning. Then planning.
Attention, arousal.
Yes. A stands for 2. Attention and arousal. Then Elvina, which are the SS?
Simultaneous successive.
Simultaneous successive. Very good. So PASS model, planning, attention arousal, simultaneous successive. That is the whole thing. When you see only one A, or if there is a question, if at all it comes, I don't think it will be that simple, but still if it comes to expand the abbreviation PASS model, PASS, you have to write 2 A's for 2 A's. Okay. A stands for attention and also arousal. Don't forget that. Okay. And yes, there are in page number 9, again, it is given for those who don't know. I hope you know it by now, but still, just mentioning, there are 3 neurological systems, interdependent functioning of 3 neurological systems. Okay, and what are they called? They are called functional units. These are called functional units, and based on the functional units, we have 4 processes. These the PASS, they are not functional units. Okay. The units are responsible for arousal, attention, coding or processing, and planning respectively. These functional units are present in the brain, usually in neural system, the nervous system. According to, there is a person called Luria. According to her theory, this Jack Naglieri, KP Das, and Kirby, they have created this model. You don't have to study all that, but I'm just mentioning. Okay. Based on the neurological system, there are 3 neurological systems called functional units. Based on these, we have 4 processes in past model of intelligence. That's all you have to know. Okay, very good. Now, next. Who else didn't get a chance? Amal, yes, you had some network issue.
And the cognitive assessment system is for what age?
Cognitive assessment system. Yes. What is the age range of individuals in which we can use it? Yes. Options, please.
5 to 8, 5 to 8, 5 to 18, 12 to 18, and
8 to 18, 12 to 18, 0 to 18. That is anything to 18. Above 18? Okay, 4 options. What is the answer?
5 to 18.
5 to 18. Yes, I hope everybody knows that, isn't it? Yes, 5 to 18 is the age range for cognitive assessment system. That is also another expansion of an abbreviation that might be asked from that section, CAS. What is CAS in intelligence, or what is CAS in assessment? What is CAS in psychological testing? Any question can come. So that is cognitive assessment system. And which theory is this based on, Meghna? Which theoretical model of intelligence is based on?
Pass.
PASS model. Again, PASS model. All right. Next question. Elvina.
Dash processing takes taken place when you remember all the information serially, so that the recall of one leads to the recall of another.
Recall of one leads to the recall of another. Do you want a repetition of the question? Can you read it once more? Usually for exam, you read it 2-3 times, isn't it?
Dash
Yes.
processing taken place when you remember all the information serially, so that the recall of one leads to the recall of another.
Yes, the recall of one leads to recall of another. What is it?
Successive.
Correct? Yes, successive processing. Again, simultaneous and then successive processing also happens. This answer is successive. Okay, Meghna.
Persons who can quickly adapt to a new environment are high on which intelligence? Option A, analytical. Option B, componential. Option C, contextual. Option D, experimental.
Adapt to new environments, isn't it? That's the question? Yes. People can easily adapt to new environments. So they are high in which type of intelligence? Ishma, do you know?
Contextual.
Is it contextual? Yes. What is the other name for contextual, Sneha?
Practical.
Practical intelligence. Okay. And what was the name of people who named the term given to people who are high in this intelligence? Again, Aishwarya, one name?
Street smart.
Street smart. What is the other name, Ashish? Street smart and
Question once more.
okay. We give a name to people who are high in this intelligence, that is contextual or practical intelligence. We either call them street smarts or just there is one more name,
Businessman.
business sense, not business mind, business sense. Okay. Yeah. Sometimes we can refer to as business mind also, but the term given in the text is business sense. So study that. Okay. Because for exams, obviously, since it is MCQ, that exact words will be asked. So learn that itself. Very good. Okay, now next question. Sneha.
A therapist who is skilled from school and applies it on the different client. This kind of adaptive aspect refers to A, contextual intelligence, B, componential intelligence, C, experiential intelligence, D, intrapersonal intelligence.
Okay. Can you slowly repeat the question once more?
Yes, ma'am. A therapist who is skilled from school and applies it on different clients. This kind of adaptive aspect refers to A. Contextual intelligence, B. Componential intelligence, C. Experiential intelligence, and D. Intrapersonal intelligence.
Okay. Yes. You can take a moment to think. It's a practical application question. Ekna, what is it?
Experiential.
Is it experiential? No. Alvina,
Contextual.
is it contextual? Yes, because we are practically applying it, isn't it? Okay, and experiential can also be used in that case. Again, one more thing I want to highlight. You gave the last option as interpersonal, isn't it? Interpersonal, yes.
Intrapersonal.
Intrapersonal, then it's okay. When it comes to interpersonal, remember last day we discussed Howard Gardner's theory when we revised multiple intelligence theory. There I told you people the professions that involves therapies, especially psychologists, counselors, and all those people, they tend to be high in which intelligence? Which one was that?
Interpersonal.
Interpersonal. It's not intra. Intra means again within. The spiritual leaders and all those things comes under that. And interpersonal means it is between intelligence. What did I tell you to remember yesterday?
Inter-school.
Yeah, inter-school competitions. Remember that. It is competitions between one school and the other, isn't it? So just like that, interpersonal means it's a relationship between one person and the other. Interpersonal. Intra means within. Okay, always remember that. Okay, so in this example, if it is interpersonal, and then two options are there, both A and B are correct, then you can opt that. Okay, option A is contextual and option B is interpersonal, then you can opt the third option, both A and B are correct. Fine. All right, Aishwarya, next one.
Dash forces you to focus your attention.
Dash forces you to focus your attention. Options, please.
Arousal, stimuli, planning, successive processing.
4 options, please. She forgot the options. Arousal.
Arousal. What did you say the next one?
Arousal, stimuli.
Arousal, stimuli, successive planning. Simultaneous processing. Then
But
planning.
Simply planning. Answer.
Arousal.
Yes.
Arousal together with?
Arousal forces you to focus your attention.
Arousal forces you to focus your attention. Along with arousal, what was the other thing?
Attention.
Attention. When we get aroused, we attend to a stimulus, isn't it? Suppose when you're walking on the street, and obviously you won't sleepwalk in the streets, isn't it? Let it be daytime. Let's imagine we are properly alert and in an aroused state and walking on the street. And when somebody calls out your name, you become more alert and vigilant, isn't it? And after that, you'll give attention to that voice coming from somewhere. You'll try to localize that voice. From where is this sound coming? Yes. So that is the arousal part and the attention part of the stimulus. Okay. And here, what is the stimulus? In what form is the stimulus? In the example that I told just now?
The voice of the person.
The voice, yes, the sound of the person. All right. Okay. Next question, Grishma.
Ma'am, it's an application level question, but I don't know if the example is correct.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll discuss. That's why we are conducting the revision like this.
Tina, who catches a bus to work every morning, missed the bus today and decided to take a cab to reach the next stop through a shortcut and wait for the bus there.
Hmm.
What type of intelligence is shown in this example according to Robert Sternberg's theory of intelligence?
Okay. So she missed the bus and then she decided to take a cab and wait at the next bus stop. Is it? Okay. What type of intelligence is depicted here?
Experiential.
I wrote contextual, but maybe experiential is also.
Yes, it can be contextual and experiential. Why experiential? Because she might have missed a bus earlier and she might have used the same method. Or she might have seen somebody else using this method. What is experiential? What happens? We use the past experiences creatively, isn't it? That's why it's also called creative intelligence. So when you have seen or maybe she might have seen that in the movies. One person is missing the bus and then the person is taking the cab. Yes, if she can actually create that, imagine herself in that situation, apply that, then that involves experiential plus application involves which intelligence? The last one, that is contextual, or what is the other name? Meghna, what is the other name?
Practical.
Practical intelligence. Okay, so both of them can come. All right. Then next question, Ashish.
Give me an give example from
Huh.
you for
From the following.
Experiential intelligence.
For experiential, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, experiential intelligence. Okay, options.
Director, best actor, producer, scriptwriter.
Director? Can you leave
Best
this
actor.
director, scriptwriter and all? Can you make another question?
I only made these steps.
Are you a fan of movies?
No, somewhat.
Someone. Okay. Do you aspire to become a movie maker?
No.
No, but still interested. Okay. Any other theoretical based question than practical application?
No.
No, that's all.
Yes.
All your examples are regarding scriptwriter and all. And what was the answer for this question?
Best actor, because he have an experience for acting.
Okay. And who was there in your mind when you discussed about, I mean, when you thought about best actor? Amals, I know.
How many?
Speak in English in the class.
Sorry.
Oh.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. Okay, let it be. We'll hold that question there itself. Okay. Any other question that you want to discuss? One practical application, and then I'll discuss the questions that I found in the sample papers. Yes. Meghna, ask one more question, and then we'll start the other session.
Represent psychometric approach. True or false?
Which represents?
Pass model.
Pass model represents psychometric approach. Is it true or false?
False.
Why? Because what type of processing is it?
Information processing.
Information processing. There are two types of approaches to intelligence. One is information processing, the other one is psychometric. So pass model, from the model itself you can understand it's related to different processes, how we process our information, isn't it? So that is information processing model, not a psychometric model. Okay, I hope that's clear. Now, I'll read out a few questions from one of the sample paper. First question is a practical application, not related to these two theories alone. but there are questions from the previous portion in the chapter. First question, Rashi is distinct from her classmates and always differs from them in all behavioral patterns. Okay, so she is different from her classmates and always differs from them in all behavioral patterns. This phenomenon is known as dash. I won't give you any options. You have to answer.
Individual differences.
Very good. Individual differences. That is, one individual is unique. They are different from the other person. So here, when Rashi is differing from her classmates, or when Rashi is behaving in different ways and patterns from her classmates, it means that person is unique. And that uniqueness of individual, we studied it under individual differences. Very good. Then next one. A violent child tends to behave submissively and nicely in front of the principal. Okay, a very violent child tends to behave in a very submissive manner, not a very dominant manner, very submissive manner, very obedient, and very nicely in front of the principal of the school. This changes in his behavior is due to dash.
Situationism.
Very good. Situationism. You guys never fail to answer in the right time. Okay. So situationism, that's the answer. Correct answer. Next question. Charles Spearman prepared a dash. I'll give you the options. Two-factor theory, then a level 1, level 2 theory, theory of primary mental abilities. Charles Spearman. Amal, what is it? Amal, what is it? Charles Spearman. Amal, correct. Unmute and speak.
Two-factor theory.
Two-factor theory, because spear has two ends. Okay, two-factor theory. Charles Spearman's two-factor theory. Then level 1, level 2, who proposed that theory?
The Jensen.
The Jensen, yes. The theory of primary mental abilities?
Louis Thurston.
Louis Thurston, correct. Okay, now D. Guilford gave a model of dash cells. Number of cells are asked. So 150, 180, 170, 120.
180.
180. Okay. Okay, then what is that model called? Guilford's model? Structure of
intellect.
Structure of intellect. Don't forget that. It's called structure of intellect because we are dividing it into cells, isn't it? That is a whole structure. It's a three-dimensional concept. So structure of intellect. Then simultaneous and successive processing is a part of dash theory. You already know that. Past theory. Then the concept of intelligence quotient, that is IQ, was devised by
William Stern.
William Stern, correct. Then there is a question. I don't know if there is in the textbook or any boxes. I'll just read out. The first organized program for retarded. The first organized program for retarded was started by Seguin in the year dash. The question asked, and the correct option is 1837. Okay. Just write down that question and keep. We'll see if it comes in the coming portions or if it is present in some box or so. I don't remember teaching that anyways.
Can you repeat it?
Yes. The first organized program for for retarded. Retarded means the mentally deficient individuals. So the first organized program for retarded was started by Seguin in the year Seguin, 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 was started by Seguin in the year dash. That's a question. 1837. Just write 1837. I'll let you know if there is any change. Okay. So rest of the topic we'll discuss in the coming classes. Reina and who else is absent? Reina, Mehek and Sana, isn't it? Reina, Mehek and Sana. Okay then. Thank you. So wait. Before leaving, for the next class, prepare page number 10, 11, and 10, 11, and 12. Okay, or is it too much? Till intellectual deficiency. Okay, no need of reading intellectual giftedness, just read till intellectual deficiency. And prepare questions, just like the questions that we prepared today. Okay, thank you then.
Thank you.